The new year is upon us, and we thank you all so much for welcoming us into your homes for one last hurrah before we tick over into 2026. Welcome on in, folks, to another episode of the Protect You podcast. Jake Wilson, as always, alongside Jay Mickens. Jay, it's been a very successful and a very happy calendar year here at Protection United. We're not quite at 52 episodes yet on the Protect You podcast for that full year around, but we're still happy to celebrate it just the same.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it made sense for us to start this as football season was about to start, as well as volleyball season, are the two main sports that we currently cover. Although I do see some other sports coming over the horizon as we get to 2026. We're almost there, Jake. We're literally 2 days away. Just got out of Christmas, right? And now we're ready to roll into the new year, and New Year's do come, new beginnings, and I can't wait. But it's going to be a fun show. I mean, besides us having, an exclusive interview with one of our Protect You crew members, right, playing in a bowl game, but we also are going to get to talk about the best in the review of the year, like our best moments sort of the podcast.
Almost like a little bit of a countdown, if you will, of some of the best Protection United podcast moments, some of the funnies that you and I took quite a bit of time to consider of what do we think the best moments are from each episode? And then from each episode, sort of bracket style, we went down of, do we think this one's better than this one? I think so.
And it's going to be fun, too, because, I mean, we got Addie Ferrell back in the building. I mean, after, last week's episode, I mean, people were like, hey, get her back on. So we got her on, and she's going to get to judge not only what we thought were the best moments and see if she agrees, is this one of the best moments, or, this was kind of mid. Or she's going to also get to see the things that we think are funny, and maybe she can kind of give us her take from her world and her perspective. So we got an action-packed show today, Jake.
That we do, Jay. And it starts off here with another exclusive interview that we have with a Protect You crew member. Those of y'all that were watching last week will remember our interview, and a bowl game interview at that, with Jalen Mickens. But now we bring in Tice Williams, a guy that we were talking about at the beginning of the season. High expectations. I think I drafted him as a part of my Protect You crew football team. One of the guys that we were expecting a lot out of in this season. Obviously, things don't necessarily always work out, the best laid plans and all of that, but he still puts in the work, and now he has an opportunity to go out and present what it is that makes him so special as Texas State gets ready to take on another Protect You crew member in the form of the Rice Owls and Tie Buyers in the Armed Forces Bowl coming up here on January 2nd. Let's go ahead and roll that interview, Jay. Just go a little bit more of the insight and the inner psyche of Tice Williams. So welcome on in, folks, to an interview exclusive here on the Protect You podcast. Jake Wilson and Jay Mickens here, welcoming in Tice Williams with Texas State as they get ready to take on Rice in the Armed Forces Bowl on January 2nd. Tice, welcome on in, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. My God, you will, dog.
Sure.
Every time I see your face, I have to go look on my wall, and I look at this 707. We used to have the Kid and Play, high top fade. Dog, were you a fan of Kid and Play, or was that just a good look for you with the highlights in the box?
I don't even know. I don't know what I was doing back then. I guess I want to be like Odell.
Okay.
With a little dye in the hair and everything like that, but I don't know.
Hey, it was clean. And at the end of the day, man, you played the game so fast and so well that you could have any kind of haircut, man. I think that people would have rocked with it. So, but no, definitely appreciate you joining us, homie.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely, because this interview obviously comes off of the heels of the announcement that y'all will be taking on Rice in the Armed Forces Bowl, a sensational jump for not only the program, but obviously for yourself in what has been a relatively turbulent season. Obviously, like to keep things positive here on the podcast, but in what ways do you feel like your expectations coming into the season have differed or changed from the way things have actually played out on the field?
Well, after my freshman year, I learned a lot from great guys like Torrey Spears, Bobby Crosby, and Caleb Colt. They were like the older guys in the room, the safety room. And I
Mhm.
took that first year as a year to really develop and get used to the speed of the game. So coming into spring ball and the fall camp, I was ready to go. Like I was ready to start to take over, really show the world who Tice Williams is. And I feel like for all players, everybody should have that mindset, especially if you really love the game. And sometimes you know uh, it might not be your moment yet to go forward, but a good way for me to deal with it, because back in high school and growing up, I've always been like the guy, and a lot of people say that they're always the guy going on high school, so it's kind of hard to step
Yeah.
back and wait your turn. But it's all I put my faith in God every day. I know that He already has the whole book and written out for me. I just got to read it and take on His story that He has for me. So I just had to be patient with my time, and when I do get my opportunities, I had to take advantage of them. And I did that this season, but the amount of reps I got, I would always get a tackle or two um, when I got into the game. So it's just you know um, it kind of not where I wanted to be, because you always want to be. I really want to be on the field bad, like that's the main priority. But I know also I have to wait my turn and be patient and let everything unfold how it's supposed to.
No,
Yeah,
I got you. And I think by extension of that, you answered my next question over here of
right.
handling that adversity. You got that really strong mentality that it seems like a lot of players in this day and age really have to have, because there aren't that many guys that get out there immediately and have those types of impacts on their team. So I can appreciate too that you've already taken a lot of those lessons that some of those veterans, the seasoned guys, have implemented on you, and it shows very strongly in the way that you approach this type of a situation.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
exactly. Nice. And look, man, and you got getting ready to be in a new conference, right? Which is
Mhm.
going to be propelling you guys up to a new level. Hey, the Power Five is back, baby.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it ain't no more P4s anymore. Now it's a P5, right? And
Yes,
so,
sir.
not only are you going to get to go up, and start the Pac-12 again, but you also got a new defensive coordinator coming
Yes,
in,
sir.
right? Coaching you guys up. Have you had a chance, to meet with them, learn anything about the coach that's coming in?
Um, I am, excited about moving up a division, and it's really big for Texas State. I feel like we have a great team coming back, and it's gonna be a big year for us. I have not yet been able to meet the new DC coming in. But I know after playing South Alabama, I know he's a really good coach and well respected.
Okay, no,
Yes,
that's
sir.
great, brother. And let's talk about a little bit of the X's and O's, right? Because I know, Tice, you're a student of the game. I guarantee you that the first time you found out who he was, you instantly was like, "Let me go see what they do on the defensive side of football." So, talk to us and tell us about, how does he play his safeties, and how do you see yourself fitting in, to that new system?
Yes, sir. Well, after playing them for 2 years and getting to watch them, I can tell that he likes to run like a 4-2-5. He
Okay,
likes to mix it up. Um, they've shown to run a little three high safety concept, which is what we started to do near the end of the year. And I can really see myself playing a hybrid position of a mix between a safety and linebacker in this new defense. So
okay,
I'm really excited to get to meet the coach, and get to show him what I got.
okay. No, I like that, brother. I can't wait
Yeah,
for that to happen for you too, right?
Sir.
Because I think he's gonna see what we all know about Tice Williams, right? That not only can you help in that run support, but you're a ball hawk over the top. I know I'm biased, right? Because you helped me win a bunch of state championships in 707 back in the day, and we know when you put those pads on, man, you've just been an absolute dog, on that football field. And I'm just excited to get to see you play on that level. I mean, it don't get no higher,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Than that
Ready.
Power Five level, homie. And and do you know who all is going to be in that conference besides like Washington State? I know Washington, I believe,
Mhm.
will be in there as well. Do you know who else is going to make the conference up?
I know. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Boise State, Utah
Ooh,
State, Colorado State. I think San Diego State's gonna be in there. But it's big state conference. So
Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
it's gonna. I'm sure. Boise State's gonna be interested to see you out there since they had you to that
Yeah.
11th hour times,
Mhm.
and then Texas State flipped you. So I'm sure we'll enjoy getting you back on the pod to talk about that big matchup when that happens next fall.
Yes, sir.
And saying it's really good too to see the amount of changes here that have been going on at Texas State, because now it opens up a lot of doors and it opens up a great opportunity for you not only to play Tice, but to play it in a bowl game,
Hmm.
nationally televised game, going to be the only game going on at that. I believe it's a noon slot that they'll have y'all in. What does that feel like to you to hear that there's going to be national attention in this one and you get a chance to get out there and prove yourself on that big of a stage?
It means a lot to me. Growing up, it always starts off as as a little kid, you watch high school and varsity, and then as you start to grow up a little more, it's like I always dreamed about playing on a D1 level and really being a playmaker on a D1 level. So just getting to know that it's going to be nationally televised, I get to play with my best friends and people that I can call brothers, and I get to show off my skills in front of everybody and play a great program like Rice. you know, um, a lot of people weren't fortunate to make a bowl game, so I feel like it's a great opportunity to go out there and really excel.
And you have an opportunity too with this one still being in the state of Texas. This one we played out of Amon G. Carter there in Fort Worth, TCU Stadium. So
Hmm.
there's a really good opportunity here for not only your teammates to get to see you, the team to get a good look at you, but your family might be able to get out there and see you. Your friends might be able to get out there and see you. What is being a part of that type of environment and having that mentality that there might be people in those stands out there really pulling for you more so than anybody else has this entire year?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's really big and important to me. That's one of my main pushes in life is to make my family and friends proud, and just to know that they're going to be there to support me and be able to actually watch me and see me in person and go out there and perform it means a lot to me.
Yeah, and Tyson, obviously, with your mom and dad both being, high school educators, right?
Hmm.
They're on break, right?
Yes.
That's the good thing about their jobs is that when high school students are on break, they're on break too, right? And so I know that you're going to be excited the fact that mom and dad will get to be there, and there's no issues in regards to like other things that they have going on with their jobs. But there's going to be some extensions to the family, right? But more
Hmm.
on the Protection United side because you got another Protect You crew member, right? In the
Hmm.
name of Tavion Byers, right?
Yes,
AKA,
sir.
right? One of the running backs at Rice. I saw one of the backs, they hit the portal. Now, I don't know where that kid sat on the depth chart with Rice, but I'm hoping that Tata gets to move up because
Yeah.
maybe you and him might meet in the hole.
No, I hope so. Tata, he's a great athlete. A great person too off the field too. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's gonna be fun, man. I mean, it's for us, here at the home front, man. It's always awesome to get to see, two Protect You crew members getting the
Mhm.
opportunity, right, to compete, against each other, but also like you mentioned, right, that whole brotherhood, and we're a big family here, and so we're
Yeah.
definitely excited, Tice, to get to watch you, do your thing. And just like you said, to start this interview off, man, you've always taken advantage of the opportunities when they presented themselves. And you're a young man that never has to get ready because you always stay ready, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's what we know about Tice. And I can't wait to watch you play on January 2nd, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you so much.
Same, and likewise, we appreciate you for coming in, taking the time to sit down with us for this interview, man, because we know it's been an uphill battle, but it looks like this finish line is going to be one heck of a thing to get across for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for real. I'm just excited to go out there, and to dominate for real.
Yeah.
Man,
Love
we'll
it,
be
man.
looking forward
Appreciate you,
to it.
bro.
We'll be looking forward to it, man. Thank you again, Tice, for taking the time to sit down with us for this interview, and we'll be right back into the studio. So that was a fun one, Jay.
Yeah.
It was I think, a very good introspective
Mm-hmm.
look into what Tice has been doing throughout this regular season, not necessarily getting the reps that we might have expected him to, but I liked what he was talking about of battling through that adversity of it has to be that mental aspect of it, taking the onus and then putting it on yourself. And that's really where that growth is going to come from.
Yeah, I agree. And, he's I'm wishing him nothing but the best, right? I'm hoping that he finally gets his opportunity, right, to be the guy that we know that he can be. But you can't show it if you're not getting those reps, right? So this new DC coming in, I hope that, he comes in with a mindset of a clean slate, right? And getting the best guy out there and allowing like just a real open, wide competition to where Tice can show. We'll say Texas State, going to the Pac-12, right? And now recreating that Power Five that we are used to dealing with and seeing. I hope that we definitely can, help with that and really just have Tice to where he's getting to do what we know that he can do. And I'm excited. I'm excited for Tice. He seems to be in great spirits, and hey, we're honored to be repping him and getting the role. And we'll kind of see what happens there. So
yeah, and that game will be taking place on January 2nd, 1:00 ESPN. That solo time slot. I know a lot of people are really excited when that Armed Forces Bowl comes to town up in that Fort Worth area. Y'all may notice camera change, and we have brought back on Addie Ferrell. Addie, the people loved you in last week's episode, and so we thought we'd bring you on for a little bit of a trip down memory lane of some of the best moments of the Protect You podcast.
I'm excited. Hey, guys. I'm excited to be back and see all these awesome.
Awesome moments. Well, here's the deal. I mean, like, we gotta make sure that, these are the moments that Jake and I think are the best, right? So we wanted to bring you on to, give us our grades, right? Give us our final grades of 2025, right? So I think it'll be fun if you get to see these moments and then let us know what you think, right? And you can kind of give us A, B, C, D, or F. Okay, we want you to grade us fair, all right? And then we'll go from there. So first one, right, is what we like to call our new beginnings moments. So get ready, eyes on the screen, guys, and y'all get ready to watch to see what happens with the new beginnings.
Well, they say that every journey begins with a single step, but this journey begins by hitting record. Thank you all so much for joining us for a very special announcement and the beginning of the Protect You podcast. The pup, Jay, it's been a long time in the making, but we are finally here, ready to go to give the good people and our excellent clients and the people that represent us the things that they deserve, the coverage that they deserve here at Protection United.
Yeah, man, no, definitely been exciting. For the ones that have been following us, they know that we're still a baby of a company,
sure.
right?
For
It's
sure.
kind of like baby Jordan out there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're an infant. However, everything that I've ever been a part of, I've never seen something grow so fast, so much movement. And, before we even get deep into this, just want to give special thanks to all the parents, right, that have trusted us thus far with their young, athletes, right? Trusting Derek and myself to, whether we're negotiating things, getting them NIL deals. I also want to give a special shout out to our amazing team at Protection United, yourself included, right? Just love everything that everyone's doing, all the hard work that is going behind the scenes, and it's definitely a blessing to be here.
Yes, this is an absolute collaborative effort. Everybody, both in the trenches, behind the scenes here at Protection United, have done an excellent job of getting all of this together, and the appreciation cannot go understated. So we appreciate it very much, especially to all of y'all tuning in for the first episode here. Be sure to tune back in every Tuesday live right here on X, Instagram, and soon on YouTube. We do have a YouTube account that will be linked down in our bios. Be sure to go and drop a sub there. We need 50 subscribers to reach that amount to where we can start live streaming on YouTube. But we know that you all at home are incredibly faithful, incredibly loyal, and we'll get there in no time. So that was it. The very humble beginnings of the Protect You podcast. Jay, the backgrounds were different. Everything seemed just a little bit different now. I don't know if we've gotten better at our craft or if...
I mean, we had the black shirts on.
Yes.
It was the first, right? It was our first time out, in the brand new studios. still a little bit under construction, I should say. But Addie, what do you think? What was your initial thoughts?
It just looked so different, and it's crazy to see like the difference now and how much stuff there is in here. And I think it's
okay.
awesome.
All right. So what's our grade for the new beginnings moment?
Well, I would have to give it an A. That's what started this whole podcast. That was our first episode.
Yes.
And look how far we've made it.
Got an A on the
Yeah.
first one.
A lot of things have changed since then. That was pre-banner athletes. That was
Yeah.
pre even all the stuff on the table.
Yeah. I mean, it was bare. I mean, even Computer Jesus talked about the sound was even different, right? When we were showing the audience just now. We've grown. But we got the backdrop now. We got the sound now bouncing off. You know, it was a little touch and go, a little learning as you go.
Yeah, but you got to learn those things before
gotta
you
learn
can
'em.
really start to grow
Yeah.
as we have here. But
Yeah.
that's the first moment that we got here. And now we got another special moment coming down the chute here. And one that I think a lot of the audiences really liked these critical moments here as we get into the next clip.
Trying to get our two boys ready to carry them to golf tournament before practice, right? 12 cats live across the road.
This just
Our
looks like
door's
the type
open.
of guy that
Screen's
would live in
broke.
this
We
type
need to
of
get a new
situation.
screen door, but the screen's broke, so you can come in through the screen, but you can't get back out of it. I turn and look, there's a little kitty cat in our kitchen. So I said, "What are you doing in here, little kitty cat?" By that time, the cat turns, tries to get back out. That screen won't go that way. Cat starts going, meow, all crazy. And I told our players, we need more dogs. Bo's barking in the back. I have to go shut Bo up. Mel's like, "What's going on?" I said, "There's a cat in the house." "Cat in the house?" I said, "Yeah, there's a cat in the house." So I told our players, I tried to let it out the front door. Meow, meow, the cat's still going crazy in there. And I told our players, you need to be more like a dog. We don't need a bunch of cats in here looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. Be a dog. We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
So I hope all the fans at home, y'all are happy that we showed y'all this.
Yes.
We brought this to your life.
Yes.
But
No.
there's one more.
Yes, and that one comes to us via WPDE ABC 15 for posting that one, and our last one here, forever immortal, more than likely the clip that people
Man,
go to
dog.
when they think of press conference meltdowns. We're of course talking about none other than Jim Mora
Yeah,
asking the question
Yeah.
of playoffs.
man. We thought Allen Iverson talked about
talking about practice.
in practice.
No.
But no.
Jim Mora
Jim Moore,
asking.
this by far is the best one. I don't even think it's close.
I don't think so either.
I don't think there's a better clip of a coach having a press conference meltdown than Jim Moore.
Jim Mora, Peter Jesus,
Hey,
please.
Well, I'll
Roll
start
the
off
clip.
by saying this. Do not blame that game on the defense, okay? I don't care who you play, whether it's a high school team, a junior college team, a college team, much less an NFL team. When you turn the ball over 5 times, 4 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, 3 others in field position to set up touchdowns, you ain't gonna beat anybody I just talked about. Anybody. All right? And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. You can't turn the ball over 5 times like that. Holy crap. I don't know who the hell we think we are when we do something like that. Unbelievable. 5 turnovers. One of them, we've thrown 4 interceptions for touchdowns this year. That might be an NFL record. That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful to perform like that. Pitiful. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Yeah,
Classic.
classic.
Stone cold classic segment. I always love looking back at those moments.
I don't even know why we showed that. I don't even remember the purpose of it. All I know is that it was hilarious. I mean, Addie, this is your first time getting to see this, right?
I just
Addie?
don't even understand where the first one was coming from.
Okay, so
what?
I mean, look, these coaches have these meltdowns and they come to these press conferences hot, girl. They just start rambling before they even allow people to ask questions, they just come in. But he was saying that his guys were more worried about their drip than what they're doing on the field. Yeah, but it came out of nowhere.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us, what do you think about those two things?
I mean, I think the second one was pretty valid. I mean,
like the reporter asking a dumb question.
Yeah, asking about playoffs.
Yeah, because sometimes you do some sideline reporting for us here at Protection United. So like, you feel the pain more to the coach being upset, or are you more on the side of the reporter that's just trying to do their job?
I mean, I feel bad for the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay, you heard the man. It's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful.
Yeah, but pretty funny though, Addie.
Hilarious.
Okay, the cat got through you all.
Yes.
Okay, but more. I think my favorite part was when he was like, "What's that?" Like basically saying, "I'm going to give you another opportunity to ask this question before I blast you on national TV." And one of the first original virals.
Yes,
viral wasn't a thing back then.
Say, because that's early 2000s, I believe, is when Jim Mora had that, because that was a young Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I think that was his rookie year
on the Colts for that team. So, I mean, you're talking about that's an iconic moment.
There was, and I
people
thought it was,
still quote playoffs to this day,
right? And the fact that it was on the Protect You podcast, we coded that one as press conference meltdowns moments at. So, Addie, what's our grade?
The first clip, because it was funny, is an A. And then the other clip was probably a B, I would say.
Okay.
Not as funny.
Not as funny? Okay, so you're grading us off if it's funny or not.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Before we move into this next one, though, Addie, can we get a playoffs?
Oh, yeah.
Playoffs?
Hey, okay.
There you go.
Okay,
there you go.
There it is. We got a playoffs from Addie.
I mean, we're talking about playoffs?
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Man.
I just hope we can win a game.
And another one.
Another one at that. No.
Man.
That's always one of the moments where people are like, what was your favorite moment of the Protect You podcast? That one might be up there.
That was pretty funny.
That one might be up there.
Yeah, that's funny.
But now we take a little bit of a shift here more towards the sentimental side of things as we celebrated the first episode, but now we had an opportunity to celebrate 100 subscribers, not even a full 10 episodes in. And here's our reaction to that. A lot of hard work has gone into the process of getting to this point. 100 subscribers on the Protection United YouTube channel. Welcome on in, folks, because it is a cause for celebration. The Protect You podcast has hit 100 subscribers in just 10 episodes. Jay, I'm incredibly excited and enthused to hear about that. Jake Wilson, as always, alongside Jay Mickens. Jay, you and I have been through the process of building this thing from the ground up, obviously with some fantastic help from our producer, Justin Woods, but a lot has gone into this, and it just feels so good to finally see us reach not necessarily the mountaintop, but it definitely seems like base camp has definitely been established.
No, exactly. It's always good to celebrate, milestones, right? Even as, the many ones, right? Ultimate goal is always to be bigger and better, right? Here in Triple J Studios, but to reach, 100 subscribers, right? Within 10 episodes, right? I mean, it's a great feeling, and, just appreciate all the love and support. Everyone is showing us here at the Protect You podcast, and this movement is growing, and it's going to continue to move. But so excited, right? Yes. So excited to be where we are, and can't wait to jump into episode number 11.
Yeah, we're ready to go because there's been a lot of support coming in, obviously, from the parents and the athletes that we represent here. Y'all have been an integral part in terms of building this up, providing highlights, getting us great photos. And then obviously our crew, Cinco Creative, does an excellent job of making sure that the promotion is as widespread as possible, on top of making all the sleek graphics and the thumbnails for us. It's been a complete team effort. We're going to get to some more members of the team as we dive into this episode today, because we've got a lot to talk about. So there it was, the celebration of 100 subscribers. We have come quite a long way since then. A lot more episodes, a lot more subscribers since, but it did seem like we needed a lot to get over that hump, because we needed to hit specific marks even to just live stream on YouTube.
I know. Yeah. And for us to like reach, that number, but then like blow past, right? I mean, like how awesome is that, guys? To where it went from us having to lightly push, people to like subscribe to where like it just started happening organically, and to reach 100, like you said, Jake, before we even got through a full 10 episode, because that was episode 10, right? And we had reached that milestone, and I get it. That's not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but I'm big on understanding like there's levels, right, to everything that we do here, and to me that was awesome, right, to hit triple digits of subscribers to what now we feel like is starting to become a very successful podcast.
Absolutely, and not just that, but that was also the first episode, Addie, where we introduced you to the lovely people at home, because that was the segment where you interviewed the John Cooper boys about the teammates
very
getting
fun.
their sisters.
Yeah, that's right. Addie was though the first one on there. That was so Addie. There's nothing funny about this, right? Like Jake mentioned, it's the sentimental play, right? But this was the milestone moment. So,
it has to be an A. I was on that one. We reached.
Okay.
There you go.
We reached 100 subscribers. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
we're hitting pretty good so far.
I think we're like at a 3.9 GPA.
I think so.
Right now, Jay.
I think so too.
I think so, because we only got one B.
Yeah. And I think, Jay, we're going to be racking up a couple more A's. I think we're going to rack up another one immediately
really?
here.
You think so?
I think so too, Jay.
Okay.
Because if we're going to play off of that personal connection to some of the episodes, Addie, we'll move into our next one here of the first full-time segment and the proper introduction of Crunch Time with Addie. That rounds it out here for the last segment before we get into a brand new one and a returning face to the Protect You podcast.
Yes. Look, the fans have spoken. Let's just put it out there that way. We as podcastees, I don't know what
podcasters,
we feel that we do a phenomenal job. I think, at least we thought, the fans were here for Jay and Jake. We brought on Addie Ferrell. We've been upstage. We bring on Addie one time, and she has gotten more views on one little reel clip than I would say the past 3 reel clips that you and I have done. And that's okay. We're here for it. The fans have spoken. They want Addie Ferrell to be more involved in the podcast, and we're just blessed to have her be a part of it. And here we are.
Yes. Those of y'all that may remember back to when she asked a hard-hitting question to our John Cooper boys about who on the team would you not let date your sister. She's bringing that action here now to the Protect You podcast for a new segment that we're calling here on the Protection United podcast of Crunch Time with Addie. Computer Jesus, you are good to roll the first clip, and welcome Addie back into the Protect You podcast fold.
Hey guys, it's Addie. Last time I hit up some of our athletes to ask them a question, but now I'm coming to you, Jay and Jake. As fans of the show, we all know how deeply you guys are involved with fantasy football, but how much do you really care about them? Which team do you love more, your fantasy football team or your favorite real-world team?
So I think even with a little bit more reflection, I think I'm still going to stick with my guns on that answer, but I think it was just a pretty integral moment there of getting our first full-time introduction to you, Addie, of properly introducing the segment, giving the good people what they wanted, what they've been asking for. And so, I mean, I'm just going to toss it to you of what your thoughts were on taking on a lot more of an interactive role with the podcast as a whole.
No, I love it. And I mean, I just can't believe how full circle this has become. Now I'm in the studio. So yeah.
No, that's awesome because we liked having you on for those segments. We were trying to find ways to get you involved more, trying to find ways to get you to interact with the players. And now you got a full chance to interact with the live audience and to interact with the hosts. It truly does mean the most to have you on for these.
Well, thank y'all.
So do you like being more behind the camera on the pre-records, or do you like being here live in the studio?
I kind of like being live. It's very different. So
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I enjoyed your question back then. Not so happy with it now. I'm just going to say that.
I'm glad I chose what I did.
I am. I'm in one Super Bowl at my 4 leagues, so I'm like 1 for 3. You don't even want to know how I lost Addie in fantasy this weekend. Like literally, it was like watching my death. But I wasn't really dying, like how I'm just like flying up in the air, spirit, and I'm looking down like, oh man, look at myself getting killed. Like that's anyway. But that's why I said fantasy football, because it hits me so hard. If my regular team loses, like I grew up being a Raiders fan. Lost to the Texans.
Y'all got thick skin.
Facts. But Addie, I know we know the grade, but we gotta ask it. What do you grade the first crunch time with Addie moment?
Well, obviously it has to be an A.
Okay, there it is. Jake called it. He said we're gonna get an A on it.
Yes.
I wonder why, but he knew the answer.
Hey, when you know, you know. And also, too, to give a little bit of leeway, too, I thought that was just a really fun segment, too.
I agree.
We got to have some really good clips out of that one, I think, too. I shared that one with my friends of mine that I'm a Longhorn guy. So I knew I had to back it up on the show. So I'm glad we were able to create that full circle moment of bringing you on, getting a proper introduction, then got a little bit of usage out of it too.
I agree, Jake. I agree.
More than served its purpose. And Addie, we'll keep it here with you for this next segment here, because you have obviously a lot more expertise in the TikTok world than Jay and I have combined.
Yes. And before we even jump to it, Addie, like I just want to know, like, what is the big thing about TikTok in y'all's generation?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Everyone is just like obsessed with it. I'm not really. I guess a lot of influencers and a lot of athletes are on there, and people just can relate to their more like they show more of their lifestyle and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it. But
so like, how did it hit your world? Like do you remember like when you first was like, what's TikTok? Like,
well, first it was Musical.ly, and
okay,
yes. So before it was TikTok, it was Musical.ly, and you would make all of these. I don't even know what you would call it, but like edits, I guess. And it was very different. And then a lot of influencers started, and then TikTok came, and then it became more of like a day in my life thing or some stuff like that. So
okay,
yeah.
So now, were you a part of the Musical.ly crew too?
I was. I was, sadly.
So it's like me with MySpace, and then from that to Facebook. Yes. That's kind of how that transitioned. Okay. Well, we got the show.
It's all foreign to me.
Yeah.
I remember back in the days of Vine, Jay, if you remember Vine. That was a thing back before TikTok, but that shut down a while ago. And then I guess Musical.ly tried to come in and fill that void,
and then TikTok is now the thing.
I guess so.
Well,
but it's all strange to me. And so too were some of the clips that our Protect You crew members sent in. Some of them serious, some of them flashy, but all of them special in their each and own way. We got them all right here for you, folks.
But then there's another platform, Jake.
Yes.
There's another platform that, I just got into it. I've had friends that literally, I'm like, man, what are you doing? I'm just laying in bed watching TikToks. And they're doing it for hours, and they're just scrolling. And, I've seen some TikToks come through other social media platforms or on YouTube, and somebody posts. Never really understood what was the purpose of it. I'm an old head, so I'm like a Facebook, Instagram, because Instagram is Facebook now, essentially same type deal. And then, obviously X for business purposes, with us connecting with general managers and coaches in colleges. But TikTok is big.
Yes.
You and I might be in the minority here, Jake.
Yes. You're new to the TikTok sphere. You've got your account going. You've made sure to send some of the videos my way of the guys that we get. I've been described as old at heart multiple times, Jay.
Yeah.
I have never had a TikTok account before. Never even downloaded it once on my phone before. But
because you're ordained, Jake.
Yeah, that's true. And that's true. Have to remain pure.
Yeah, but here's the good thing about it.
It's hard to ignore.
Right. But the good thing about it for you and I is that we have no worries here at Protection United, because we got our girl Addie. Addie is our Entertainment Tonight correspondent, if you will, here on the Protect You podcast. Addie keeps us young. She keeps us fresh. Like, she keeps us hip, Jake, to what's going on when we're not doing football or volleyball or actually competing in the sport or doing business deals. What does it look like when our team is having fun? So that being said, we would love for Addie now to come on and explain to us what this whole new phenomenon of TikTok that you and I have been missing for the past few years.
Yes. Show us what it's all about.
Hey guys, it's Addie, and I'm back today to talk about TikTok. TikTok has become such a big part of our generation and something most of us use almost every day. So today we wanted to bring you some of our athletes' TikToks to show you more of their personality off the field, as well as one of mine. Have fun.
Jay, I guess something we're a little familiar with, showing off the game day fits. You got to make sure that you're dripped out. But I think just a tease for what we're going to be experiencing here in these next couple of segments. But I think a good encapsulation of
I agree.
Those who may not know what TikTok is all about. It's all about that personality.
It is. And I think she gave a great explanation of what it's about. And I love the example that she gave of her. But I am also excited that here at Protection United, right, we're going to show a handful of athletes that not only do we represent them, as being their agents here, right, and doing their negotiations of their NIL deals on and off the field, but we also manage their social media pages. And our great in-house social media team, they encourage them to do some TikToks away from their competition or them competing, I should say. So
when I'm on that one, you know how I go, and you know when I'm on when you see me with Joe. Curry Southeast, not curry, no feast. I don't talk about the Eagles, that shit really sweet. When I'm in that car, I'm going full blocks, you go. Hey, yeah, let go.
I said you look good, pretty face, body, blood gun. I think she like me. She keep rubbing on my belly, get the mixing with the bomb again. You know we get the Beyonce, but I'm drunk. I might walk up in the club with my shirt off, get the.
His name is John C.
Replace the gritty with the sexy Dixie. Sexy Dixie. Sexy Dixie. Sexy Dixie. Sexy Dixie.
Oh, bingo, I got action. Slip and fall. Oh, pimp down, pimp in distress. Oh my God, pimp down, pimp in distress. I need $150 million.
Yeah. Still doesn't really connect with me, but I will say, though, some of those, man, are still funny.
No, I mean,
just in the locker room, where it's like if a coach comes in there.
I mean, like, the hotel room was safe.
Yes.
But they're in the locker room, fully dressed. I mean, Justin takes pride. He says that they don't do it if they lose. So had to been another big victory for the Bulldogs. Obviously, Harley's, right? He went from being in the boy band to hitting about to go swim TikTok to a let's go to prom. Mm-hmm. But first, let me DDT you. Right? Like, that was the whole vibe that Harley gave. And then, of course, I mean, your favorite with Randy.
I gotta love those videos.
I think that might be my favorite too.
Because I think it's Randy has such a good self-awareness for like, I look like a goofball, but I'm gonna play into it.
That was your favorite with Randy too, Addie?
I think so. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
The one of him just annihilating that poor chair.
Man, it's like the Dudley Boys.
Yes.
Like Randy gave off a very aggressive vibe. with his. Okay, Addie, TikTok star of the moment. Graded.
I mean, I guess I have to give them all an A.
Okay.
I mean, I loved all of them.
Okay, so they all, Jake and I did good picking those out of all the TikToks.
And your expertise was very needed on some of those, so we appreciate that. We
That's right.
appreciate your
Addie
input.
was the one that picked them.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why we got the A. I like how we built this show, Jake. And then more and more I'm getting through it because we want to get A's because A's equals success.
That's true.
And the person that's grading it, her interests are aligned with ours.
Let's say you got to play to your audience. You got to play to your strengths.
Exactly. Like you got to know how to work them, right, Addie?
Right.
But hey, a little inside joke there from lunch earlier today. I love it, but you got to know how to play the game.
Yes,
you got to know how to play the game. So this is great, Jake. I think now we almost are around a 3.95.
I think
we only got one B.
The 1B.
The 1B.
The 1B.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's okay.
We're getting up there.
I'm good.
We're getting up there.
All A's in 1B. I'll take it.
That'll get you through.
That'll get us through.
That'll get us through.
Yeah.
That'll get us through. And Jay, now we move over to maybe not so much a sentimental one, but one that you and I think, both got a lot of enjoyment out of. And that was what we call the hosts on the road, where Jay, you and I were very blessed to take a lot of road trips throughout this season. You followed Jalen all throughout his college career. For every La Tech game, you were there playing that super dad role. And I was very fortunate enough to join you for one of those. But then we also got a chance to go and see some other pillar athletes up in Fort Worth and TCU. And you and I noticed this. We got to see all 5 of the Protect You banner athletes.
Yeah, we did, brother.
In 3 different states.
Yeah, we did. That's awesome. And you're right. I mean, going to TCU to see Samar Coleman, Dylan Kenny, and then probably one of the best weekends that I've had in a very long time, right, of going to watch, Jalen play on that Friday night, and, you and I, car service back. Our buddy Andy.
Our man Andy.
Our guy Andy. And then catching that flight to Jacksonville for the world's largest cocktail party to watch, Justin and his Georgia Bulldogs go against DJ Lagway and his Florida Gators. I mean, that was a very, very fun 2 weekends. And you guys, hope you enjoy us reminiscing and showing you guys some of the fun videos and as well as the pictures.
Yes, it was a very fun time all around. And we got them all coming up right here. Transition now to a road trip that Jay and I took over the weekend. We finished things up with Magnolia and Klein Collins. And then we decided that it'd be a great opportunity, since we had things shifted the correct way and we got a couple of things lined up, that you and I took a trip up to Fort Worth.
Yes,
to Funky Town.
We did go to Funky Town.
To go
Jake.
and visit the TCU Horned Frogs, where obviously 2 pillar members of the Protect You crew were there waiting for us with arms open, and we were excited to fulfill that journey because, Jay, it was a TCU takeover between you and me.
I mean, look at that, man. We were everywhere. We're on the court. I mean, like, we're going to show pictures a little bit later, but that's Sam Coleman, Samar's dad, right? I mean, of course, we had the snow room, right? When we got from volleyball to the football facilities, right? The Coleman twins are in there with me, freezing our butts off. There's Marco Beltran, popped in on him. He was up there with Julian Camardi. This is rolling fast, Computer Jesus. We got A.J. Ricker, the offensive line coach at TCU, great friend of mine. Of course, we had the family, right? There's a Kennys and there's the Colemans, right? I mean, just getting to show such a great family event. I mean, you talk about probably one of my most favorite trips we've done thus far here at Protection United, Jake. Just getting the opportunity to, like, truly spend time. I mean, you and I went from volleyball, got to experience that for the first time, which I thought was amazing for me. I know you've been to other matches, but then to go eat dinner, right? Coach Jason, right, head coach for the TCU volleyball squad, allowed us to come eat dinner with the team and the families for the recruits that were in homecoming week, and they served an amazing meal to us, man, and thought that was awesome on Friday night. And then we get up early Saturday morning to a phenomenal breakfast. I mean, bro,
French toast,
man,
croissant sandwiches,
bro,
bacon.
the potatoes. It was a coffee bar. You thought it was a different kind of bar.
It was a different kind of bar, but it was because I'd never seen that before. Who opens up a custom coffee bar to visitors?
TCU.
But that's TCU, man.
They showed us first class treatment. I mean, and then Jake, we even got to hang out up in the presidential suite areas, right? And I mean, just an amazing experience, right? At the football field. And then, of course, we get to close it out by going out to eat dinner with the Kennys, right? Rod Kenny, one of our guys here. I feel like he's like an honorary Protect You crew member. By the way.
Yes.
Papa Rod.
Absolutely.
But getting to go eat with him and his lovely wife, Erica. Of course, Davis was in the house, right? He wanted to come show some love to his brother. But it was just such a great weekend, Jake, and so fun. And, I can't wait to do it again. Every time we go to TCU, they do nothing but show us love. And I think, once again, right, they set the bar even higher of what we expect when we come to these college campuses, right, to go through everything.
No, I thoroughly enjoy every time we get an opportunity to go out and travel like that, to get to experience that full encompassing of what TCU had to offer, right? We were able to go and watch volleyball. We had great seats for that one too. And we got a couple of great videos for them as we get showing them here. There was a lot of just a great atmosphere, I feel like. And TCU volleyball has obviously done an excellent job in terms of building up what the program has become, back inside of the top 10, back at number 9 now inside of the rankings. And so it was great to witness that firsthand. Great to talk with Coach Williams firsthand about what the program has been like. What has it been like to lead this team? The trials and the tribulations, and now they get to see the successful parts of it. Got to connect with a couple of other family members out there as well. Chit-chatted with them some. That was fun. And I think the biggest part of what this trip really embodied, Jay, was that opportunity to rekindle those connections.
Yeah.
Rebuild on and reestablish, what it is that made us so special to not just the Kinney family and the Coleman family, but to all the families here at Protection United, where now we get to see the full encompassing of taking it from the high school ranks, like with Samara, for example, all the way up to the collegiate level, where now we're seeing her play for the purple and white on the biggest stage.
Exactly. No, exactly. And then, just going from that to then transition into, get to watch Dylan, play, on the gridiron, right? Dylan came into our lives, via Derek Lagway and Rod playing college football together at Baylor, which, by the way,
speaking of
Baylor, right? So that was kind of cool. Oh, there's our guy that was entertaining us a lot. But yeah, I mean, look at the big raindrops, man. That was probably one of the craziest games we've ever been at, Jake. I mean, they have 4 lightning delays.
Yes.
6 hours.
About 3 hours worth of lightning
There
delays.
we are, baby. Hey, Jake, with the camera. You're money with that camera, bro. Turning on us while, watching the touchdown. And, of course, getting this video of us being inside of the snow room.
Yeah.
Right? The recovery snow room. But, I mean, it was just such a fun, trip. And like I said, I can't, put the words truly in motion in regards to how much love the coaches showed us, right? Coach Jason, knowing, us bringing Samara to him and what that meant to his program. They've never been ranked in the top 25 before.
Yeah.
Right? They've never had a first-team high school All-American ever in the history of his program. Before Coach Jason even thought about coaching at TCU, Coach Jason might have still been in high school, right, when that program started, or maybe not having been born. I don't know how long the program has been in existence, but they've never had a high school All-American, right? So, him coming up and showing love to us, talking to us multiple times, and you can tell when a coach is wanting to walk out of a conversation as soon as it starts versus a guy that is welcoming and wanting to talk to us. I mean, and for him to even allow us to be a part of the special surprise announcement that he told the young ladies about some upcoming trips that'll be coming, next season. And guys, let's just say that these aren't regular trips, right? Like, I don't want to ruin it. I want to give TCU the opportunity to put that out there first, since we were at that private dinner event. But let's just say that when Jake and I heard it, we were like, damn, can we go? Do you need us?
Do you need chaperones?
Right. Or do you need, some coverage or interviews or, Do we need to renegotiate your contract, Coach Jason, and we can talk about it on those trips? And how about it being the same trip, Jake? It's just 2 stops.
Yeah.
Man. Anyway, but I mean, and then of course, AJ Ricker, right? He instantly sees me on the sideline, comes up, daps me up, hugs me, right? And then lets me come on the field, right? Everybody's got to stay behind the line. I'm like the only person that's not on the TU coaching staff or, players, and just kind of getting to, hang out and talk to him for about 10 minutes during pregame. That's just the kind of relationships that we built here at Protection United, and just such a blessing that they all allow us, that extra access, right, that most people dream about getting. We're just welcome with open arms, right? And even with your connections, Jake, I mean, you got guys there that got us up to the presidential suite, man. We had cushions on our butts, on our backs.
Yes.
Me and you down there could have took a nap.
Yeah.
Up there.
And with all those rain delays, we probably could have snuck in and missed absolutely nothing during that one. But no, shout outs to my buddy Sean, great friend. Al, obviously great friend as well. The Turner family, y'all are fantastic, and I appreciate everything that y'all did for us during that game as well. So it really does mean a lot to be able to go out there and experience everything that there was in terms of being able to just sit and watch a game normally like we did at the start of TCU volleyball, but then to get to where the families go and to get to have the private dinners, also to go on and do official visits, because it was technically also Tavis and Bryce's official visit to TCU. Got to drop in, see Marco Beltran as well, but to tour the facilities, get to see all the state-of-the-art stuff that TCU Athletics gives their athletes was really cool to see.
I agree. And then let me jump in real quick, because you mentioned something about Marco. It just shows, once again, right, Marco is at TCU, right? We get a picture, we post, and then our buddy reaches out to me at New Mexico to tell me that they're offering Marco a scholarship.
There you go.
Right? And so now Marco has his 10th D1 offer, University of Mexico, right? Bo Davison, big shout out to my guy, the general manager there, right? That we helped get Chris Gant there, right, from the transfer portal. Once again, relationships, building real relationships. We've been pushing Marco. They got part he's at TCU. Let's get our guy. And so in turn, now we're looking at a Marco Beltran that is now, going to be up at New Mexico this weekend for his OV. So just happy for our crew. I just wanted to throw that in because you reminded me about that as well.
Absolutely. Because I mean, that was just such a cool natural thing of like, oh shoot, there's Marco. So it was cool. It was cool to see him. It was cool to see everybody. Obviously, great to see friends. Great to see family members out there that were waiting for us to show a little bit more support, because we were able to get up close and personal with a couple of these pillar members of the Protect You crew. We hinted at it earlier. We hinted at it last week about the big time road trip that we were taking, and we took full advantage of it. We started out with our first trip and our first stop, I guess, the first leg of the trip, where we made it out to scenic Ruston, Louisiana, because we had to go out there and show some support on a Halloween night homecoming game for Louisiana Tech and the Bulldogs. And Computer Jesus, you're good to show this first picture here, because there's a lot of story behind this one.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, man, this is myself holding that sign dead center, and then we got all the parents, right, that was a part of the tailgate, man. Just big shout out, for just inviting us. We have a very active group me that is ran by our leader, Jenna. We're just kind of having fun and eating some. First of all, the food was amazing.
Yes, it was.
I mean, we're going to pause right there and talk about it. Let's talk about it. I mean, we had, of course, burgers and hot dogs. That's the standard. You got to have that at a tailgate, right? But then, the smoked chicken wings.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Dude, fire.
Smoked chicken wings. They had some nice beans in there, too. That was
It was so good. I mean, but anyway, so we're having a good time, right? I think it was some adult beverages might have been there as well too. But then all of a sudden, I guess we were having so much fun, we didn't know that we were being scouted. And and I think, Jake, you saw it first, because you're like, hey, why does this dude keep walking around in a circle, just hovering?
Just hovering around all the tailgates. This guy, I was like, is he looking for a free drink to some group that he could try and hop in on?
Right.
But Little did we know, Jay.
Little did we know. Little did we know that they were actually trying to find what was the most livest tailgate, the most entertaining, the most energetic, the most fun for the 2025 homecoming. And we were a part of it.
Yes, we were.
We were a part of it. Big shout out to the crew. We won. We are now La Tech famous. Like I told them in the group, I don't think we can walk around anymore with the commoners. Like when we go to the Bulldog Walk, I don't know if we can just be down there in the trenches with them.
We got to wall. You got to wall off the tailgate now. People are going to want to be a part of that.
Yeah, I think so. We got to have security. I think once security escorts the team in, they should just come over and protect us because I just don't know. But anyway, it was so much fun. I know the hosts are getting like sausage.
Yes, they are.
Like
yes,
free
they
sausage,
said
right?
They would mail them free sausage, which quite the prize to win. But hey, if it's worth it,
right? So Neil and Marissa's page, thank y'all for letting us come. I hate we won't do another one because the 22nd, I think my guys got to be out of town. Hey Neil, why don't you just change your trip? Change it so we can be there on the 22nd for a 2:00 kickoff, and then we can be more of like a brunch type setup.
Yeah,
right. Chicken and waffles, some mimosas, and then we go watch our Bulldogs kick some ass.
Yeah.
Right. I'm showing my homerism a little bit here, but it's okay. Y'all know my baby plays for this team. So, but anyway, fun. And then of course on this next picture here that we got, right, which is great. You might want to take us off the screen now, computer just kind of make that big. Thank you. Yeah, we don't want to cut off any faces, but that was fun. Getting to wait for our guys to come to finish off the Bulldog Walk, and getting to like show love and getting to hug them and all the things there. Obviously, you and I just kind of sitting there, in our seats, and then of course, now getting to see the guy here, right? Picture of still photo, right? Jalen being out there, and right there, right, getting to see a former teammate and Josiah Stevens, right? Got to play and compete together on the same side. And now Josiah's with Sam Houston. Little photo, right? Me and my dude, right, after the game. Like those black unis.
Yes, those were pretty clean.
Yeah.
Those were pretty clean.
Yeah.
It fed into that Halloween night type of vibe, fed into the beating that they were able to put on their opponents in that game where,
beat down.
55-14 in a win for Louisiana Tech. An excellent job there, and there's the family.
Yeah, the fiance. There she is, Miss Hannah, of course. Love them too, man. Love their relationship and how they support each other, man. It's really neat to see, especially, at such a young age. I'm just happy Jalen came out in a uniform. I mean, typically we got to wait for this guy to go shower and do all the things, but I'm glad that he came out and didn't have us waiting too long in the cold because, Jake, you and I had, oh, yeah, that's right. I don't want to jump too soon, but I love I forgot we have videos, right? I mean, kind of got to caption that a little bit. The weather was different, right? So I had to have the hoodie around the waist there.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Oh, we needed it. No, we needed it, brother. And, kind of cool to get to see the legend there. We didn't get to see Terry Bradshaw. He already left before we got there. But, got to see the band obviously perform, during the Bulldog Walk. As you mentioned, right? I mean, it's a little bit more of a intimate feel at Ruston, right? And you're able to kind of be right up on top of them a little bit. But
yes, in more ways than one, Jay. See here. In more ways than one. You got us some pretty nice seats. You got us some really good position there, up there where they were serving and they were pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, I know.
But it's homecoming weekend.
It is
You got to show out for the alumni that were up there. Had gumbo, etouffee.
Well, they actually do that every
boudin.
Game. They do that every game, Jake. It's just a different menu, Not sure why the parent group called me bougie for being up there. I think that was kind of rude, if you ask me. But, that's still my crew, man. We rock out, travel together, and have fun. Great fun season. Couldn't have asked for a better group of parents and coaches and fan base for Jalen to get his first experience of college football. So definitely been fun to kind of watch. And, as you're kind of rolling through these videos, I mean, just kind of getting to see that. But I'm glad that he came out in the uniform. I can get back to that point. First of all, big shout out to everyone that's watching, from our parent group me at La Tech. Appreciate the love and support. Just kind of, y'all just met me. And, you guys that, welcome us into your family, the ones that have been in La Tech for, years. And we just really appreciate it. Jalen, speaking on Jalen and myself, your sons have showed, my son a lot of love in the locker room, helped him kind of get acclimated fully, ever since he got there, in February, right, for that next quarter. So they're not on semester, they're on a quarter system. And it's just been a great experience, and we love everything about La Tech. But it was time, Jake, for us to, after that, we had to jet back to Houston.
Yes.
Our guy Andy.
And Andy put the pedal to the metal to make sure that we did not miss it.
Hey.
We were going to be there before TSA got there.
Bro, I've never in my life got to an airport and I'm like, are we opening up the airport? Like, where are the workers? Why is everything? If they didn't have the couch area open, like, we'd have been outside for an hour and a half. Like, you and I had time to go change clothes, go brush our teeth, freshen up, because we were leaving an area where it was about 50 degrees.
Yes.
It got pretty
cold up there in Louisiana.
To going to now Jacksonville, Florida, where it was going to be 75 degrees.
Yes. And it was bright and sunny and just the perfect environment, I think, for a good game of football.
It was.
And not just any football game either. We're talking about Florida, Georgia, and the world's largest cocktail party.
Yes, it was fun. And Computer Jesus, as you see, and that's the cool thing about it. Jake, you got this set up for us, got our media credentials. So we got not only special treatment with parking, but we also had an escort, our own personal golf cart.
That we did.
To make sure that we didn't have to walk a mile and a half, which, not saying that getting those steps in wouldn't have been good, but, kind of getting to see, right, both. And what I liked about the uniqueness of this is that you saw, like, a lot of collaboration. It was almost like because they meet every year in Jacksonville. Of course, their shout out Derek, as well as with Jamal, and then of course the what was that? The peach cobbler that they had. Right. But I just love watching, like, the Florida and the Georgia fans all kind of come together there, right? And then of course, we got to see DJ, right? Got a picture with them after the game. Got to be in the media room, as well. It was awesome, man. It was really, really cool experience to kind of get to see all the things that we got to do there with him.
Absolutely, because too that was a type of feel that I've been trying to get you throughout this season. We've had some luck with some schools and not a whole lot of luck with others, but we're very grateful for the University of Florida and their media SIDs and their football people for being able to give us this type of opportunity, not just to be able to show you some love, Jay, in terms of getting that type of exposure, being up there inside of the media press box, that great food that they had for us, the all-you-could-eat ice cream that they had out there in the ice cream machine.
Yeah, that was too much.
Peach cobbler that they had up there, but also to be able to show some love to guys like DJ, who we've been talking about throughout the season, but we haven't had a really great opportunity to go out there and see firsthand. And then also to be able to talk with and be able to go out there and watch Justin Williams in his natural environment.
Yeah.
I think that was such a really cool piece to be able to put it all together.
Yeah, and I look forward to next year to when Georgia is the home team, to where we'll get to experience the Bulldog Walk, right? And we'll get to kind of see this right here. Getting to see DJ, right? Obviously, there's interim head coach there, Billy Gonzalez, right there behind him, right? I love the fact that DJ is showing his leadership by leading the team. Right, through the Gator Walk, going right to the locker room. Just in beautiful Jacksonville, getting to play, and I know you'll have a clip coming up, getting to kind of show more of the stadium, but where the Jacksonville Jaguars play. But, this is big boy football at its finest. I mean, everybody travels. I know you asked me, like, Jay, where's Sam Houston's band? Well, let's just say Georgia band was there, at this one, but just kind of getting to see the band rock out, playing the Go Gators.
When that was happening behind us, Jay, I was filming that police escort coming in. I got chills.
Right.
I got chills hearing that
Yeah.
because it's such a just great environment to be a part of that very few have that type of an opportunity. Very few people have the luxury of being able to go out and witness this type of an environment. You and I, we were rolling deep in it. We got to see Duval and we're able to get inside of not only those facilities, but also in the press conference.
And you got to ask a question, Jake. And according to DJ, he said that was the best question that he was asked during the whole post-game interview. And we have that.
I'm glad.
We said that in front of everybody. And, you getting asked that question, for copyright reasons and us not getting in trouble. I think we wanted to kind of stay away from the sound. But, I just loved, how we got to do that opportunity. And, of course, going from being La Tech famous, we got to be Florida famous because when DJ comes up to give me a hug and thank me, of course, everybody in the room's like, wait a minute. I've been in this room for 20 years of Florida Gator football. I've never had a quarterback come up and give me a hug. Who the hell is this guy? Well, here I am.
So before anything, that snow room, is that for pictures or what is it?
No, so it's essentially like how crowd therapy works, right? So it's instead of you being in that ice machine or having to go into like a ice tub, right? You can just go in there in like shorts and no shirt and flip-flops and you just sit in there and you
just in the room?
Yeah, and you get your body recovered.
Wow.
Some guys will go in there and actually like it's real snow. So they'll lay in the snow and like cover with their bodies and that's just a part
I've never heard of
There
that.
was just off camera, there was a snow shovel by the front door.
Yeah. It's a honestly, we had neither until we got up there, right? That TCU's taking pride in it because they are one of the first universities to actually have something like
That's
that.
awesome.
And they still have the traditional ice tubs. They still have the traditional crowd therapy machines, but it's just another way to recover and more of a scenic. To your point, Addie, of, hey, while I'm in here, let me get a selfie.
That's exactly what I thought.
And it was too, I think what was really cool about that, it wasn't just the snow room. It was a hot tub almost, but it was a lazy river. So you could just get in and lay down in what is essentially a hot tub and just go around in circles over and over again.
That's awesome.
Hot tub, lazy river, girl. Yeah, TCU puts it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No.
TCU does it right.
No, they were very gracious hosts. They let us walk around there. They highlighted that it's open not just to the football team, but all of TCU athletics gets to use those facilities.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they showed us mad love. I mean, like I got to be in the end zone, right during warm-ups, like with the offensive line coach. And let's just say that Jake and I had access to places that most don't.
Yes, that is very true. That is very true. I mean, TCU treated us well, but La Tech also treated us very well on that road trip.
Hey,
talking about winning the tailgate of the week, and not just any tailgate of the week.
No,
for
it's
homecoming.
That means we won the tailgate of the year. We were the champs. You saw your boy Addie holding the sign, right? Dead center. Jake's right over my shoulder, smiling. He was a bulldog, right? In that moment. But yeah, I mean, great hospitality at La Tech. Getting to get the world-class treatment. We had the catered food all up in the suites. And I mean, and that was just like a prelude.
Yes, it was, because that was Halloween night.
That was Halloween night.
So we went out there for that one.
So I took Jake away from being able to trick or treat Addie. And in turn, I got him to get a catered meal. And it wasn't just a regular catered meal. Like they put on
gumbo was out there.
I mean, they had like
shrimp.
they had like the catering. Not the catering, the slicing station for like the prime rib. I mean,
that's awesome,
girl. I mean, they had desserts galore. I mean, everything that you would want. If there's like a fat, Addie inside of you. My fat more shows outwardly. I'm trying to get it more inwardly, right? That's why I've been working out every day and trying to do better. But let's just say that Louisiana, they know how to do it.
They treated us right. And then Florida, Georgia, and Jacksonville, they almost got a leg up on them because they had all you could eat soft serve ice cream inside of Jacksonville Stadium.
All you can eat, Addie. I mean, you come back, you're still looking at you. They had homemade peach cobbler, homemade apple cobbler.
I saw you eating that peach cobbler.
Yeah. Girl, like I said. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard to not just dig in, but yeah, Jake's right. I mean, and once again, great, atmosphere. You got to see that video of when, DJ was walking in with security, like normal people are like on the other side of the barricade. And we were able to get around more places that a lot of people wish that they could be at. And
because you and I were right in front of the band too when we were shooting that video.
I remember looking at Jake. I'm like, dog, like real talk. Are we supposed to be here? Like, are you sure? He's like, Jake, no, this is where we're supposed to be.
We have our badges. We're good to go.
Like Addie, look, when we went and parked in the parking lot, we had our own private parking.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Golf cart was waiting on us. Literally waiting on us, where we just had to walk out of the parking garage and get street level, waiting on, and then literally drove us all the way up to where the press is supposed to go in. We go through security, and girl, everybody, the band, the cheerleaders, the players, the police escorts, the FBI, the SWAT. Like, I was like, dude, come on, man. Like, I just don't think us regular dudes are supposed to be here. But we were there in the building. They did a phenomenal job, had a huge spread. The food was amazing there too, Jake. I forgot
it was mashed potatoes.
Oh,
they had beer can chicken.
I didn't get that, but I got that I think they had roast.
It was roast.
Yeah.
It was roast. They had vegetables there. They also had concession stand food if you weren't looking to get too overly fancy, but they had soft serve, all you can eat soft serve. They had that peach cobbler.
Yeah. Oh man.
They treated us right.
Oh man.
And that was
like, I had to go get coffee because you eat that much and you want to go into a food coma. But anyway, getting to the atmosphere, getting to watch the game, amazing, and most importantly, getting to support all of our guys. For 2 trips or 3 trips, all 5 athletes. It really doesn't get any better, right?
No, that's awesome.
And once again, for me personally, I know Jake, you got to see it, because of some of the games you called in high school, Addie, but it was another surreal moment of getting to watch Justin and DJ stare at each other. And they've been doing that since their freshman year in high school. They're in college and they're like, dude, we're still looking at each other. Same positions, just different, situations, different schools, but definitely a fun trip.
Yes, very fun all around. Glad that we were able to have those types of experiences because we're talking about premium coverage here at Protection United. We got to show up and show out. And I think we absolutely did that.
I think so too. So, Addie, setting the moment for you, host on the road moment. We want to go show love to our 5 pillar athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, what's our grade?
It has another A.
Another
A.
Okay, and so tell me, why do you give us an A in that moment?
Well, just seeing y'all, being able to go and support our athletes and watching them do their thing and just showing them love, it's awesome to be able to see that. And hopefully one day, I would love to be a part of that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that we got some resolutions, I think, coming up towards the end. So maybe you can add that to your wish list as we work through that. But hey, Jakey, most importantly, dog, we're killing it.
Yeah, we are.
I think we're almost ready to get our master's degree at this point.
I think
we're
so
killing
too.
the undergrad.
I think so too.
Yeah, another A.
And I think we might end it off with another one here, Jay, because there's very significant moment here, not just for Protection United and the podcast, but I think company-wide, because this one sent splashes throughout the collegiate volleyball world. And the moment, folks, that we're simply calling the announcement. LeBron James, forget that. Taking your talents to South Beach? No. The Samara Coleman announcement that happened live here on the Protect You podcast. And we're here to show it to y'all again right now.
With that being said, girl, it's about to be reveal time. Oh, my goodness. So top 5, we had UCLA, we had Bama, LSU, Indiana, and Georgia Tech was our top 5.
Yes.
But are you for sure you're ready to tell the world where you're going? You've slept on it. You prayed about it. Everything.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
We're ready to roll.
Ready.
All right.
Okay. With that being said, Samar, please announce or show the world where home will be.
Take it away.
Literally, take it away.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bam.
Let's go. Hey, so you get to hear Neck. Have you heard the band play Neck? Do you know what that's
I haven't.
Okay, well, off the air, go look at it on YouTube.
That'll be
Hey, when that band plays that, it gave me chills every time I get to hear it. Anyway, LSU, Samara Coleman, breaking news live on the Protection United podcast. Samara, tell us why LSU?
Just simply felt like home. I felt so happy there, so comfortable with the staff. I just felt like I was able to just fully flourish and be myself. And I met one of the girls there, and she's graduating, but just the feel, like the energy and vibe was just, it was there. It was just like, I need to be here. Like, this is my place. They're gonna help me grow off the court with my career path. Like, everything was all set in place, and I think it was perfect.
So that was a big one, folks. We got to see it. The live announcement of Samara Coleman taking her talents to the Tigers.
Yeah, man. Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge Gold Tigers, but they don't spell it G-O.
No.
G-E-A-U-X. That's go in Louisiana, Addie. You know that?
I did know that.
I wonder why. Why is there so many letters just to spell go?
It's French. They're Cajun. That's just the way it is.
French Cajun?
Yeah, I think so. Because I remember, too, you remember way back when Joe Burrow comes out for homecoming, and instead of B-U-R-R-O-W, it's B-U-R-R-A-U-X.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I do remember that. But still, I mean, Samara coming on and making that announcement, live. I mean, such the announcement moment. I mean, but such a huge, milestone for the Protect You podcast. I mean, I think that we all would agree, here that if we didn't put that on, like, we would have missed the mark, because we're talking about first. I mean, to have someone, want to come on, and, we rep Samara, and, honored, right, to be representing her. And I know her and her family love us, and they're just so happy with what we've been able to help her do, and just her, short career. I mean, she's just a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Just getting ready to go into sophomore year. But to have a situation of her willing to come on here and actually, like, announce to the world, to have so many people watching, to have all those coaching staffs watching at the top 5, right? Because nobody knew, what it was going to be, and they all were on pins and needles. And, then of course Samara's fans, right? The Colemans shared with me, there's a volleyball group that's out there. I don't know if you know about this group, but just a group full of parents, and they just get in there and, talk their ish and, speculate and rumor this and rumor that, right? Just a gossip room, right? And, but they all were watching, right? So, it was just an amazing moment here at Protection United. And, I thought it was awesome. I called Samara, asked her, would she come on and do it? And instantly said yes, and was willing to, wait for her post to come out until after she came on here, to where it was truly like a breaking news exclusive moment. Just meant the world to me, right? And very, very happy that we were able to accomplish that, and really Jake set up the production that goes behind that, right? And making sure that we teed it up the right way for her to make her big announcement.
No, I think it was excellent. Very well done. And I think this opens the door, too, for a lot of other opportunities for a lot of our other athletes, where should a big move come down the pipeline of the transfer portal works in mysterious ways, or guys that will be making their commitments to their future collegiate programs, I think this is a great opportunity for them to showcase their stuff on a neutral playing field here, where we get to control the environment, control the narrative, as we say so often. But I think this is a great first step in terms of what we can do here in expanding the Protect You podcast.
No, I agree. And so, Addie, hey, Samara's your girl.
Samara is my girl.
That's your girl. We got her to come on. You saw it. She killed it. I thought that she did a phenomenal job. But most importantly, it was Jake and I's idea to do this. So I'm just going to throw that out there. With that being said, the announcement moment, Addie, what is our final grade?
Well, I agree with everything y'all said. And Samara, you're my girl if you're watching this. So obviously it has to be an A.
A, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. Every time she says obviously it's got to be an A, to me, that's like an A+, which means that if She said that 4 times on her A's. That means we got 4 A pluses, 2 A's, and 1 B.
Definitely cancels out. I think we're over that 4.0
No,
GPA.
I agree.
We're graduating summa cum laude.
I agree. And then since we're private school guys, that's like a 8.0
That's
in
true.
public school.
That looks even better too. We send that transcript in, Jay. Good idea.
Oh man.
But those are some of our favorite moments. Those are some of the moments that.
And I thought it was a fun.
I think so too.
I mean, it's kind of like what you said, Jake. I think you might have mentioned this at our company Christmas dinner. But we've been doing this for 6 months, but it feels like we've been doing this forever. And I know a little crossover you and I, because our other podcasts that we do, and you and I have been working together for a couple of years now. But with this, the Protect You podcast, just the vision that was behind it, right? I still remember. You should remember this. Like we're sitting down, and I'm telling you about my vision as you're looking at my man then at the time, and you're like, you got the sweet setup, dude, over here. You can watch TV, you got your couches, get you a little mini fridge, like you got your bathroom, you never even got to leave. And I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about gutting this out and creating this as being our podcast. And the thing about it is, like, and Addie, you don't know this, but we had opportunities to go like elsewhere. Other places offered us like their studio, said we could come do it there, but I wanted to have our own, right? I wanted something that we could call home, that not only could we physically build together, but then we could also actually build a podcast together. And I mean, I think, Jake, these first 6 months, man, I think we did okay.
I think we did too. And with that now, it allows us to transition over into the new calendar year. 2026 is right around the corner. And what does everybody do when New Year's comes around? They make resolutions. Most of us don't follow through on them, but here's something that here at Protect United.
Gym memberships go up in the month of January.
And that cancellation fee hits hard in February.
Well, it was Valentine's Day. I missed the day.
But with that said, some of us like to follow through on what those resolutions may be. And we thought it'd be a fun idea here just for a little short segment to talk about what some of our potentially personal resolutions might be with regards here to Protection United. And Addie, I got you first on the list. If you're looking to start out, you're more than welcome to take it away.
Well, my New Year's resolution is to try and be more involved, and hopefully I can start traveling with y'all and going places with y'all and being just more involved in helping my department grow more. So
okay, being on the podcast more. I think you mentioned that earlier, right, in this episode. Computer Jesus, what about you, buddy? What are you looking for from a New Year's resolution standpoint here at Protect You Podcast?
Also just committed to expanding my production work, sharpening my craft, learning more in broadcasting, and using the platform to support and uplift people.
Ooh,
love it.
I love
That's
that.
powerful.
Love it, Justin.
I like
love
that.
it. Love
Look at
it.
that. The man behind the camera. The man behind the camera. People still want to see his face. I'm out in public. People are like, man, what does he look like? I'm like, well, you call Computer Jesus. I'm like, well, he's got the long hair like Jesus. And he works on a computer. But Justin is a private guy.
Hey.
He's a private guy. You think Justin's in like the protective custody? Like, is our producer...
So Justin is not his real name?
No. and he can't be in front of the camera because, then the mob will know where he's at. Like, what if that's like what it is? Because he doesn't want to be in front of the camera, Jake. He wants to stay behind the screen.
He could be pulling a fast one on all of us.
Hey, it's working. It's working. And if he's got to protect his identity so he can keep being our amazing producer, then I'm going to help protect him.
There you go.
There it is.
Say, but you did kind of put him on blast though by giving away his cover story. So I
didn't give his real name. I didn't say Andy. So we're good.
That's true.
That's good.
True. Well, to get over now to what my resolution
Okay.
would be and the things I'm looking to try and do this upcoming year is obviously I'd like to grow and expand some of the ideas here in the podcast, try and keep things fresh and try and introduce, if not some new people to the podcast, but definitely some new segments and some new ways to, I think, keep the audience on their toes, because that's, I think, what really helps a podcast go is making sure that the audience doesn't ever feel like things are getting stale, which may just be me talking here, Jay. Doesn't feel like things have gotten stale, but you just got to keep defining, new ways to make things fresh.
Yeah,
new ways to make things innovative. If you will.
No, I agree with you on that, and I think that's how you prevent things from getting stale.
Yeah.
Right, it's because you continue to think outside the box, continue to keep bringing in fresh ideas, which turns into segments and turns into things. So I like that, Jake, and appreciate both of you guys, all three of y'all, for sharing. I think for me, in regards to just the podcast, I want to continue to get guests coming onto the show, right? We've reached a certain level of ones. I mean, obviously, Nikki Lagway, right, was awesome having on, J Storm night as well, right? The big man, obviously, Addie, obviously you're a part of us, so, but getting you on. But I want to go outside a little bit, right? I want to bring in, some heavy hitters, right? People that have names that are known all over the nation. I want to continue to increase our awareness through our athletes, right, by interviewing them more as well. I look forward to the event we're having on January 6th.
Yep.
Make sure y'all are tuning in for that episode, where we're going to have every one of our early signees for the class of 2026 in the building. They're going to be here live, and we're going to interview each and every one of them. But I want to continue to add and grow and do things like that for the pod. You and Computer Jesus know I've always been big about a live. It's got to be live. And we accomplished that one and reached that milestone. And I would say one last thing, and maybe this is a resolution for a few years down the road. I don't know how this works, but I would love to figure out a way to take an episode on the road.
That would be really cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to do something. Like imagine if we're able to sit on, I don't know, Media Row for the Super Bowl. And we get our podcast and we're podding there, right? Or at the college, football championship, or even college basketball. I mean, all these events, but even if we have to start at the high school level to where we're doing a pod outside of Jerry's World or in Jerry's World in regards to the Texas State Championship or in Louisiana, that is what I would like to kind of see, us do, as well.
No, it's all very grand goals, but I think things that each and every one of us are going to strive pretty hard to accomplish and make sure that we make 2026 twice as good of a year as it was here in 2025 for Protection United. But that does it for this episode here of the Protect You podcast. We wish each and every one of y'all a very happy new year as we tick over into another hopeful year of success here at Protection United. And obviously, for those of y'all watching, personal success throughout your lives. It truly does mean the most for each and every one of y'all to be tuning in. We hope to catch you all on the next one in 2026. We'll see you then.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.